Greetings, fellow citizens! We have now a lot more information about the Corsair, and there's a brochure on the website. So let's take a look in detail. We have two S4 guns, S3 gimbal, left side, here, and from the front view they are here and here. And we have four S5 guns, S4 gimbal, front, to the side of the cockpit and under the cockpit. I'm sure at least the side guns can be upgraded to size 5. I'm not sure about the turret thing under the cockpit, but even 4 size 4s plus 2 size 3s is quite a bit of firepower. That's very surprising actually. Then we have two turrets with size 2 guns on the side, here and here. And to be honest, I'm not sure how useful those turrets will be in the battle. The side turrets have a very limited fire arc. I think it was 90 degrees. So you cannot pop those turrets out and shoot to the front like the turrets of the Hammerhead. So, And then we have one remote turret with S2 guns on the rear, here at this position. And the good thing about this is, unlike the rear turret on the Freelancer, which is a manned turret, this remote controlled turret doesn't take away any space in the cargo room. So hopefully the Freelancer can be changed to a remote controlled turret as well. I guess a lot of people would like this very much. And we have 4 size 4 missile racks on the right wing. Here they are. So you can have 4 size 4 missiles, or 8 size 3s, or 16 size 2s, and if you really want to, 32 size 1 missiles. I'm not sure what this thing is, obviously, and that's a good thing. It's not a gun. It wouldn't be very well placed right on the wingtip, so I guess something like radar, sensor, something that has to do with exploration. Well, let's see what we can find out in the future of the game. So then we have one medium jump drive, one medium quantum drive. We have 2 medium power plants, medium armor, medium life support, and so on. And someone forgot to mention the shield generators. I don't see any information about the shield generators, but on the other side, on the other page, they talked about 2 medium shield generators, which is fine. I think the layout of the Corsair is actually quite good. At the rear you have the cargo room with up to 72 SCUs, and you can store and transport one rover there. Next we have the room with a lot of electronics. I guess an exploration ship needs a lot of electronics. I'm not sure where the stations are. Maybe people have to stand, and I don't know what the purpose of this room is. Then we have the crew quarters, and unlike in the 600i, every crew member has his own little room, so we can have some privacy. I like this very, very much. And you have a table where you can eat and play some card games with your crew members. Nicely done, I think. Then when we are going to the front, you have the 2 turrets. And like I mentioned before, I'm not sure how useful those turrets will be, because the firing arc is very limited. Might be useful versus ground attacks. And next you have the room for the captain, which isn't bigger than the room for the crew, but it's fine. And we have the cockpit with the pilot and the co-pilot. Let's take a closer look at this idea. And here's a very unique cockpit of the Corsair. You have a pilot who is sitting on top, and you have a co-pilot who is sitting under the pilot. So the idea is the co-pilot should have a very good view to the ground and he might be responsible for landings, while the pilot has a very good view for everything else and he's doing the normal flying. If you ask me, I don't like this. This looks totally gamey to me. If you have an aircraft with more than one pilot, it's always very important that both pilots can communicate very easily and not just by words. It's important to see what the other guy is doing. Does he raise the flaps? Does he put more power to the engines? But when your co-pilot is sitting under your pilot, there's very limited communication. Another problem is, so you are in flight mode, your co-pilot is under your pilot and your pilot wants to go to the toilet or whatever. Can he even leave his seat or does he have to wait until the co-pilot is back into the raised position? Very gamey if you ask me. When I look at this picture, I really like the layout, it makes sense. And then they have those gamey cockpit thing where the co-pilot sits under the pilot. Oh well. And let's talk about the wings, the asymmetrical wings. If you ask me, those wings don't make any sense. You could take advantage of these wings as a lifting body in atmospheric flight, but not if they are that asymmetrical. So you either don't use the right wing as a lifting body and make it so that it doesn't produce any lift in atmospheric flight, or you have the right wing as a lifting body and then you always have to counter the uplift of the right wing. Why are you doing this, CIG? So what's my verdict? A lot of ships in Star Citizen are using rule of cool and not form follows function, and I think that's okay. We cannot have everything, and a scientific, absolutely correct game could be rather boring, so I can live with this. Overall, I think you get a lot of firepower, a lot of ship for the money, and I say it's worth it. I give it a thumbs up. I hope you had fun watching this video and see you next time. Bye!
No.
Hi, I'm Mark Hamill, though starring in Wing Commander. I'm also featured on Mask of the Phantom.
Wow.
Now this can be yours for
Oh,
Troublemaker.
yeah. Look at that. Look at that top. Look at that. That's real plastic, too. That is. See, what you do is you open it.
Towards Billy Butler.
You open it, and then you smell the plastic. Oh, that was a good week. Very good week.
Hey, if you got those plastic champagne glasses we asked for.
Oh, dear me.
There you go, Tom.
That's very kind of you. You didn't have to do that. This would be just fine. The way I drink.
Oh, Cliff.
Hey, don't start with me, Bernard. Thank you. That's very nice. Man, if you people weren't in costume.
Chris isn't.